Hey, good morning, Jake and Fari. Yeah, I'm joined by Jennifer Motter, the president of the Seattle Education Association this morning. Teachers here setting up the picket line. I mean, how are you feeling that it actually got to this point of a strike?
We're all angry, really disappointed in Seattle Public Schools because we should have reached a tentative agreement before school started so that students could be in schools today. So nobody wants to be here, but we'll do what it takes to stand up for what students deserve.
And how are you feeling so far about the response from parents on social media and stuff? I've actually been seeing a lot of support, a little bit of backlash as well. So how are you feeling about that?
I know educators are very appreciative of all the support we've gotten. Community understands why we're doing this. They understand that it's important to stand up for better special education, inclusionary pathways that have adequate staffing, multilingual education, adequate staffing, enough mental health supports. We need to be able to provide that one-on-one attention that some students need. And we also need to attract and retain highly qualified educators, and we're only going to do that with competitive wages.
Yeah, and when people think of a strike, I think they're often thinking of the salary. Teachers are asking for money for themselves, but you mentioned their special education, resources, stuff like that. So can you expand on that a little bit more? What is it that's really kind of been the sticking point in the bargaining?
Well, a big sticking point is that we want the district to put into writing a commitment to ensure we have enough staffing to support our students, because our students with IEPs, they need additional staffing so that then they can go in between our general education settings where we want them to spend the majority of their day, but we also know that they are not all necessarily going to spend 100% of their day in a general education setting, and they need those additional staff to push in or to help them when they are not in the general education setting.
And do you think striking, having class canceled on the first day is going to send the message that you're hoping to get across to the district?
Well, I hope that they're paying attention and recognize that educators, we're the ones that have been working with students most closely for the last 2 years through the pandemic. We know what those needs are, what students right now, all those mental health needs that I just spoke about. And so I hope by us standing on the lines that they will start listening to us and meeting those needs.
And last question here, Kent, it sounds like this teachers union just came to a tentative agreement. Does that give you hope, seeing another district going through the strike process and potentially coming to an agreement? Does that give you hope that you'll kind of be in a similar position here in Seattle?
Well, it does give me hope. I would say that to everybody who's watching, we're going to reach a tentative agreement, and SPS could come to the table today, agree with what we've proposed, which is just about meeting students' needs. So this could end today if SPS was ready.
Well, thank you so much, Jennifer Motter, again, president of the Seattle Education Association. Thank you so much for joining us live this morning. We appreciate that. But the picket line's just starting here, so stick with King 5 as we're covering the strike that's going on here in Seattle. But I'll send it back to you guys in studio.